2010 was a legendary year for Philadelphia, as the Flyers would go on one of the greatest Cinderella runs in NHL history.
Side of the net, deflected, score!
And would make history along the way.
This improbable, incredible comeback is complete!
But it almost never even happened.
Speed, roaring on in is Jokinen! And the Pittsburgh Penguins qualify for the second round, eliminating the Philadelphia Flyers in 6 games.
In one of the most embarrassing losses in the team's history, Philadelphia's 08-09 season ended much sooner than anticipated. After fans watched a 3-0 lead evaporate on home ice and the Flyers get bounced in the first round, Philly were in a tough spot. An unsuccessful follow-up to their run to the conference final in 2008 left Flyers fandom extremely disappointed and calling for change. In desperate need of a leadership presence and a huge upgrade on defense, the Flyers needed to make a massive splash from the top name available if they wanted any chance at replicating their success from 2 years prior. But the changes didn't stop here. In free agency, Philly needed to make some huge replacements, as 4 key players from the prior season that included both of their goalies wound up walking in free agency. And in place, the Flyers made 4 signings that seemed to heal the gash left by their offseason losses. After a sizable turnover in the offseason, on paper it seemed Philly had built the roster ready to venture far in the playoffs once again. But after a start that saw total mediocrity, the bad start would cost John Stevens his job. And after he was replaced by Peter Laviolette, it seemed as though things were finally on the upswing for Philly. But then the injury bug struck and top scorer Simon Gagne was ruled out for 2 months. But the worst injury of all was to starting goalie Ray Emery, as a blood supply issue in his hip would sideline him for the season and threaten his career. Although Brian Boucher was more than happy to hop into the starting role, the Flyers were in desperate need of a backup goalie.
Fuck's sakes.
Hello?
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
What?
What's going on, man?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What is my problem?
What?
We don't have a goalie,
What are you
bro.
talking about, man? We got like Boucher, we got Emery, we got...
Have you even been listening to the news, man?
No, yeah, bro. Yeah, I was watching the game.
What
I was watching the game.
What have you been doing the last few days, bro?
Bro, what was it?
Okay, Z, 4, Q.
Okay, well, you clearly haven't been reading your text, because I've been spamming you about the perfect piece. He's on waivers right now. Just pick the guy up. His name's Michael Leighton.
Never heard of him.
Okay, well, he's about 6'3", catches left, a bit weak in the 5-hole, but it's okay. Well, there's room for improvement. You're kidding, right? No. You're kidding, right?
I'm sorry.
I can hear it. You're watching
Sorry.
fucking Family Guy right now.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry again. Okay, did you sign him?
No. Just fucking sign the guy. Just sign him.
Okay. Look, all I'm saying though, man, if this flops, you're taking the heat.
Okay,
You know
Good.
that, right? Like,
Okay.
You're taking the heat.
sure,
I don't
Sure,
care about
just-
the GM. You're taking the heat,
Okay.
bro.
sure, just whatever. Holy fuck, bro.
God, see ya.
Okay, no help there. 8 seconds if you want to take a shot. Okay. Alex Karras and Winston.
The newest Flyer would soon play a major role in the story, as after a bad stretch from Boucher, Leighton would seize the moment and would go 8-0-1 in his first 9 games. But then Leighton also got injured, as a high ankle sprain caused Leighton to miss the rest of the regular season after an impressive 16-5-2 record. And after he went down, the Flyers soon fell right back into mediocrity. Even though they were in desperate need of change, the management decided that they didn't have to do anything, as the only other move for the rest of the season would be acquiring little-known prospect Ville Leno from the Red Wings. And the Flyers would completely fall apart down the stretch. After a 10-game span that only saw 2 wins, heading into the last 4 games of the season, the Flyers needed to win at least 3. But it seemed the Flyers were finally getting back on track at the perfect time. After convincingly winning the first 2 games, all they had to do was beat the Rangers in the Garden, and the playoff spot would be theirs. What the loss meant for the Flyers was if they wanted to make the playoffs, it would take a storybook-ending game on the final day of the season. The task was simple. Win, and the final playoff ticket would be punched. If the Flyers were to advance, the underachieving regular season would be forgotten, but a loss would almost guarantee severe changes in the offseason. Heading into the game, Philly had been free falling out of their playoff spot, whereas the Rangers had only lost one of their last 9 and were one of the hottest teams in the league. And after they had defeated the Flyers 2 nights prior, just 3 minutes into the game, it seemed like the story was staying the same.
Put along the wall as well. It's Crust who gets to it. Doing off and back out to the point for Roosevelt. Shot deflection. Score! Jody Shelley again! You've got to be kidding me!
After the worst start imaginable, the Flyers knew they were going to have to chase the game for the next 56 minutes. But they put the goal in the rearview mirror and quickly got to work.
It's a fourth line as well as penalty killers throughout this season.
There's a steal by Carcillo. He finds Richards. The shot off the post, and then it went out of play. Good defensive play. There's a tripping penalty. Dubinsky takes down Richards. Play carries on. No whistle yet. Delayed call. Gagne to Carcillo. There's a power play that is highly ranked. And here's Gagne accepting the pass, cutting in. Shot, save, rebound, and he stuffed it wide. His pass is to Timonen. And now Pronger. Across, one-time blast. Richards, save Lundqvist. Rebound right on out to Redden, who banks it all the way down. Get ahead to Richards. Moving on up, Richards. Tips it into the middle. Here's Carl for the shot! Hit the post, then up the back of Lundqvist. And now it's caught at the side of the net. Back out. Flying on in, here's Briere. He's checked from behind. And out the other side, he centers it. A 1-0 lead. Turning pass, Carter's shot. That one ricocheted back out in front. Spins away, gets to it, centers it out in front. Gagne shot, and a save by Lundqvist. Here's Timonen being very patient. He finds Van Riemsdyk, who gets some ice to work with. See rolling up the pass to Carter. Wide fires, and it went wide as to Giroux. Oh, Giroux dancing in, then slamming on the brakes. Waits, holds, winds, fires, save! Lundqvist rebound kick beyond the reach of Richards. And the puck to the corner. Drury couldn't center. Angle shot blocked. And there's the horn ending period number 1. 1-0.
After a first period of completely being stonewalled by Lundqvist, early into the second, Ian LaPerriere decided to take matters into his own hands.
Try to change the momentum. Ian LaPerriere and Aaron Voros have dropped the gloves. LaPerriere got some rights in early. Voros trying to use that left with rabbit punches. LaPerriere continues to try to come over the top with the rights. Now Voros retaliates. LaPerriere now with the rabbit punches with the left, and over the top with the right again. Crowd enjoying it. The Warrior LaPerriere in his 202nd NHL fight takes Voros down. And the crowd will roar. We'll see if Ian LaPerriere has turned the tide of this hockey game. The sheet now, the summary of this game. There's Gagne with a shot, glove, save! Hartley to Jokinen. Jokinen poke check by Carl. And Carcillo picks it up, upended from behind, penalty. So now teaming it back to Pronger. There's the drive, save Lundqvist, and the whistle stops play.
But as the Kings stood tall, the Rangers realized how badly they needed an insurance marker.
Right check. He then got his stick in the midsection of Anisimov. Penalty upcoming against Philadelphia. And there's the whistle. Girardi. Girardi. Wrist shot. Save Boucher. Across it goes Girardi. His shot. Redirection. Save Boucher. Gets it to the point. Roosevelt. Back to Anisimov. Wrist shot. Blocked off by Betts. Fires on their heels. Crust. Back out Stahl. He'll wind and fire. Save Boucher. To the ice. Puck takes a strange carry to Dubinsky. Cross ice shot goes wide.
But as time in the second whittled down, Philly knew that they had to wake back up.
Check. The Flyers take it away and have a chance the other way. It's Gagne and Richards moving up on the rush. Richards holding. Hits the trailer. Carl. Got a weak shot off. Save made, but a penalty.
BK forcing the Flyers back.
Briere forcing his way in the shot, and it took off to the corner. No. Holding on, centering! Lundqvist the save on Carter. Sent up the wall, big hit on Shelley by Chris Pronger. Offensively, Pronger will start back up, but the second period comes to an end with the Rangers on top.
And heading into the third, the Flyers had been all over the Rangers, but still couldn't find a way to beat the Rangers goaltender. But soon, the brick wall was going to crack.
Crashes after it. Penalty upcoming against New York. Hartnell and decked in the corner by Roosevelt. Trying to get him the puck, but Carter gets it back. Carter roaring it across the line. Out of the right wing to Hartnell. Across it comes one-timer, Briere, save, Lundqvist, rebound, to the Carl. He scores! Matt Carl takes care of the rebound, and this game is tied at 1.
As the building came alive after the goal, the Flyers knew that scoring another would blow the roof right off.
And the Flyers turn wide. Here's Gagne for Carcillo. Carcillo in the middle. Drops it back off Richards. Back in front. Gagne! Hit the post. Lundqvist got a piece of it. Then it hit the crossbar. Oh, net Jokinen ended up dinged there. The pass is to Carcillo. Carcillo, wrist shot. Bad save, Lundqvist. That one was ticketed. Lundqvist flashing out that bag. Carcillo back on the puck. In across the line. Roaring on in. The shot again. This time wide. Coleman is shot, blocked out, high turning with the middle, that shot, save rebound, Giroux, Lundqvist the save! It's the play, here come the Rangers, Christensen a shot, save Boucher. Again, Christensen very dangerous.
But as time ticked away, overtime became inevitable.
Shelley cutting in, trying to tuck it in, Boucher is down, they jam for it, and finally the whistles, Timonen in from the point, forcing the play. Richards to Carcillo with a shot, save Lundqvist. Winds and fires, blocked by Pronger, moves it ahead to Richards. He'll send one to Ward Lundqvist as the horn sounds.
And just like that, the final showdown was going to overtime. Knowing that they had the upper hand when it came to goaltending, the Rangers aimed to play as passive as possible. But the Flyers were having absolutely none of it.
With this man up front, Claude Giroux. Giroux sweeping his way in, trying to split the defense, and in the last moment it was poked away. Carl to Richards. Richards back to Carl. He'll wind and fire, and that's blockered away by Lundqvist. Time runs out on the overtime.
In a game that couldn't be any more of a storybook ending, for the first time in history, a shootout would decide who makes it to the promised land. Up first for the Flyers was Danny Briere.
Briere picks up the puck, and here we go. Slowly on in, he scores!
He made no mistakes. As Erik Christensen stepped up, a goal would level things up, but a miss would mean a world of pressure on the Rangers.
Picks it up and moves on in. Swings to the right and is beaten by Boucher.
With the chance to all but seal it, up stepped the Flyers captain.
1 for 5 this year, and in he goes, straight line toward the net, slows down, and then took the shot.
With the weight of the world on his shoulders, if P.A. Parenteau was stopped, it would set up a score-and-win scenario for the Flyers.
Not been stopped, and he picks up the puck with plenty of speed. In on goal, scores! He ties it at 1.
With the score even at 1, it was officially sudden death. A miss from Claude Giroux would put unexplainable pressure on Brian Boucher.
An assortment of dazzling moves. Which one will he try here? Slowing down. The shot is gone!
But his goal shifted the pressure onto the Rangers' final shooter, Olli Jokinen. As the whistle blew, all anyone but the shooter and goalie could do was watch.
Where is he? Starts from way back near his own goal line and picks up the puck with lots of speed. Roaring on in is Jokinen. The deep, the save by Boucher, and the Flyers are going to the playoffs!
And with the biggest save of his life, Brian Boucher had secured the final spot in the East for Philly.